Hi there, it's Lee with Milk and Sugar Bath Bakery. Today we are going to making a sour watermelon burst soap. This soap I'm super excited about. I'm gonna try something that I have never done before. We're gonna do a tiger stripe today. Here's an example of what a tiger stripe looks like. This is my black raspberry vanilla soap. I've been doing this design for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now. We're gonna try this, but we're gonna try to do just greens on the bottom for the watermelon rind. And then we are going to do pinks on the top for the actual watermelon part. So let's see if we can make it work. Fingers crossed. Right here I have all my oils, colloidal oatmeal, and kaolin clay. I also have heavy cream in here. Let's give this a whirl, and then we're gonna add in our lye solution, pour it down the stick blender, try to prevent some bubbles. In our lye solution, I have sodium lactate, Tussa Silk, and pure cane sugar to add a little natural bubble to the bar. I'm going to blend this up very, very lightly because I want it to stay really, really fluid. I'm gonna split this up into 4 colors. And I want more of the pink than the green. So let me just take a minute and think about how I want to split these out. Give this a stir. Make sure we're all good and incorporated here. We just did emulsion, that's perfect. Emulsion is the point where the lye solution and the oils have just combined. All right, let's split these out and I'll bring you right back. I've split everything off. I've placed the 2 that are going to be our pinks for the inside of the watermelon off to the side, and we're just going to start with the greens. So I'm going to add in my colorant first. We're going to do New Leaf Mica from Nature Soap. And for this one, we are doing Green Vibrance from Nurture Soap. I want the watermelon rind to look a little true to form and have the light green and the darker green. The fragrance that I'm using today is Sour Watermelon Candy from Nature's Garden. Now I am going to hand stir these in so I make sure that they stay very, very fluid. This design, the tiger stripe, you cannot do unless your soap is pretty fluid. Every time I do the tiger stripe, I'm amazed at how it works, because when you're pouring it, you think there's no way that that's going to look cool. Everything's just going to combine together. You'll see. But it does. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite techniques in soap. Now this green vibrance is gonna get a bit darker. Greens are typical for morphing into an ugly color while the soap is liquid form. And then when it saponifies, it comes back to a pretty, very vibrant green. So we should see that tomorrow when we cut. So let me go get the mold and we'll start pouring these two. Here, I want to start with the darker green because that I feel like should be a little more prominent, and if it's on the bottom, it tends to be more the prominent color, whatever you start with. So let's start here. We're going to pour one single small stripe, then we're going to go to the lighter green, and then we're going to alternate back and forth until we have none of these greens left. And then I will come back and we will do the reds for the middle part. Now it looks like all of these are swirling together and you're thinking, Lee, there's no way that that's going to look like the soap that you just showed us. And it may not. But it surprises me every time I do one of these tiger stripes. It's definitely a soap technique that you have to be a little patient with. All right, now we have all our green in the mold. I am going to mix up our two pinks. Okay, we have the colors mixed in and the fragrance mixed in. Guys, this fragrance is amazing. You're gonna love it if you haven't tried it. What I did add a little bit of titanium dioxide into this pink vibrance. I love this raspberry red from Be Scented. That's an amazing color. So I'm going to add the poppy seeds into the lighter just to add a little bit of contrast. We'll do about 1.5 teaspoons. Let's see if that is enough. And I'm gonna blend these in just to make sure they don't clump together. We're ready to go. We have our poppy seeds and the pink vibrance with a little bit of titanium dioxide, and we have our raspberry red. This has solidified just a little bit, our green, which is probably gonna work out perfectly to give us our design. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm gonna start with this raspberry red and just kind of break this plane. It's gonna break into that soap, and that's exactly what I want it to do. And then we're gonna alternate to this lighter pink. And we'll go back to this. Been letting this sit and thicken up for about 15 minutes now. So I want to texture the top. I think we're ready. Let's see. Yeah, we're ready to go. So I'm just going to with a spoon, I'm going to do a little swipe halfway down one side to start. Then we're going to spin our mold around, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This kind of builds it up in the center. Gives a nice little fishbone wave design. Okay, next we're going to come back in the middle and just give the top a tiny bit of texture so that this top piece that is sticking up looks a bit intentional. Okay. Next, what I want to do, I want to put a little bit of poppy seeds on the top. I think that'll be a nice accent since we've got it in the inside, and this is a watermelon soap. So I'm just going to take these and sprinkle them down the center. Super cute. Make sure that everything has a good amount of seeds. Some of these will fall off when we cut the bars, so I just put a little bit extra on top. The last thing I want to do is just add a little bit of shimmer, because we love glitter. Who doesn't? So let's add a little bit of iridescent, fine iridescent sparkle glitter. This is biodegradable, skin safe. It'll just wash off in the shower after you use it a few times. It won't stick to your skin. All right, I think that looks good. Let's spray this with 91% rubbing alcohol. And I'll bring you in for a close-up. Here it is, sour watermelon burst. Let's hope the inside looks awesome too when we cut it. I'll bring you back in about 24 hours to cut it, and we'll see how we did. You guys, I am so excited to see the inside of this watermelon soap. Let's see, I'm hoping that it looks like a straight outline on the, or a straight line on the edges. I'm hoping it broke in and created somewhat of a watermelon rounded dipped effect. If it didn't, and it's just kind of an abstract version, that's okay. We'll go with that too. It smells amazing. You guys are gonna love this one. Oh, that turned out so cool. Oh my gosh. I love it so far. It's very neat. That's the first time that I've ever done a tiger stripe that has like two different colorways, if you will. Okay. That's really cool. You guys, I'm really excited and happy with this so far. Let's see if we get a little closer to the center and have anything dip down a little more. Oh, okay. Well, we're not getting the full kind of curvature that I was looking for, but I still think it screams watermelon, so I'm really happy with it. I think it looks beautiful.